Swazdula, you redheaded stepchildren, how the hell are ya? Alright, so right off the bat, if you're new to this channel, you've never been here before, then bear with me. This is usually a Warframe channel, so to speak, and I want to try something different, so I'll get to my point in a second. For everybody else who is familiar with my content and everything that I do here usually, yeah, I know this ain't no goddamn Warframe, but hold your horses for a minute, cause something's in it for you as well. Just sit there, relax, get a cup of coffee or whatever the hell it is you do, and just enjoy the damn show, okay? Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Ring of Elysium. And Ring of Elysium is a battle royale game. Now hold your horses. I know what you're thinking. No, Skip, I don't want this. Let me start by saying, I hate battle royale games. I really can't stand the entire concept of a battle royale game. I don't like the pace of it. I don't like that you're stuck in an airplane on a linear fucking flight path and then you jump out with a bunch of assholes and land on the ground, and whoever gets the first dibs on weapons is the one who usually wins, more or less. I know that's not entirely accurate, but y'all catch my drift. I don't like battle royale games. And somehow, yet, I've managed to play probably about 3,000 games since last year when I started playing Ring of Elysium, which is a battle royale game. So, what is so different about Ring of Elysium that it can convince me, a thorough hater of battle royale genre games, right, to play it as excessively as I do? I can honestly say that Ring of Elysium is probably my favorite game at the moment, or has been for about a year. Yes, I enjoy Ring of Elysium more than I enjoy Warframe. That's just how it is. Not to say that Warframe is bad, I just play Ring of Elysium more, and have more fun doing so. But why? Okay, let's try to figure that out. So first of all, Ring of Elysium is free to play, and not the fake free to play where when you download it you'll be like, oh okay, there's the catch. No, Ring of Elysium is 100% free, and for those of you who are Warframe enthusiasts out there and like the overall Warframe situation and the way they handle things when it comes to revenue and all this, you'll probably appreciate the shit out of Aurora, the developers of Ring of Elysium, right? You see, just like in Warframe, you can acquire everything in the game that you need without ever spending a dime, right? It's very free. The only difference that I would say between Ring of Elysium and Warframe is that in Warframe, you will get to a point where you do kind of need to use platinum for, let's say, slots or this and that. Not really, but kind of. Let's put it this way, it'll really help you progress easier, let's put it that way, right? That is non-existent in Ring of Elysium. Ring of Elysium is 100% free. The only thing that costs any kind of real-world money are weapon skins, character skins, and vehicle skins, and little trinkets and that kind of shit. None of which you need. None of which will increase or better your gaming skill at all. So it's completely useless. It's purely cosmetic. And the great thing is, you can actually earn in-game currency simply by playing the game. Daily login rewards, loot crates, loot boxes, and whatnot can give you additional E-points, which is the in-game currency. The real money in-game currency of Ring of Elysium, right? E-points. So you can earn E-points simply by playing the game and use those E-points to get all the skins that you want. Or, of course, you can buy a season pass for $10 or whatever it is. Now, new seasons in Ring of Elysium appear every 3-ish months or so, and they are very, very dedicated to bringing these updates out and making us have something to do, giving us a new gaming experience. But before we get into that, let's back up for a minute. First of all, Ring of Elysium was released roughly a year ago. I think it was September 2018 or so. It was released, and you could, just like every other generic piece of shit battle royale, you were stuck somehow somewhere and had to jump out and land down. I wasn't around at those times. When I started playing the game, it was already changed to the point where you would look at the map screen, right, while it's loading, and you would pick a random spot of choice, pretty much. Whatever you wanted, any spot, anywhere on the map, you could pick that's where you wanted to spawn on ground, and the enemies could do the same. You are designated with a circular colored blip, the enemies with a square, all the same shade of blue-ish, so you know where there are enemies spawning, right? Which is really right up my alley, because the only thing that you really need to do in that situation is kind of pick a spot that you just happen to like the most. There will always be a spot for you to spawn. There will never be the situation where you're the last to show up to the party, like landing on the ground and all the weapons are already gone. That is pretty much impossible in Ring of Elysium, because, well, you can pick your spawn location and that is probably going to be right in a village. You will very often probably be alone if you want so, or you can get into the nitty-gritty and spawn right next to enemies. Or if you really want to have a high-paced, fast, right off the bat action shootout, then you can always choose to try to spawn either directly in or directly surrounding a high stakes area, which I might get into later, but I'll probably stick it in another video. So there is definitely a way to spawn into the game that will suit any player's preference. Whether it be, I just want to be alone, I just want to loot my shit, get all my gear, and just take my time, I don't want any trouble, you know, all that. Or you just want to get in and be like, alright, bring it motherfuckers, I'm about to kill somebody, right? Or you're like, I'm Rambo, I'm gonna go kill everybody on my own, by my goddamn self, right? So Ring of Elysium can and will cater to every kind of player, be it the aggressive one, be it the camper one, be it the looter, be it the chill casual dude. Doesn't matter, which in my opinion is pretty great, and I don't feel that with games, for example, Apex Legends. Apex Legends to me is generic for one, because it's just like every other Battle Royale game. Not a bad game. Apex Legends is very well made, not gonna lie, but it's a little too quick, a little too fast, just a little too messy, I almost want to say. And it's not that I can't handle that kind of stress, I'm sometimes in the mood for that, and I do play Apex Legends from time to time, but it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. It's kind of annoying to land on the ground and instantly get clipped before you can even pick up a gun. That's just kind of bothersome, right? But sure, we can chalk that up as my bad. So back to Ring of Elysium being 100% free, you can earn everything, even the season passes. Now I remember when I started playing, which was October last year in 2018 or so, I did eventually, very late, buy the season pass for season 1. I don't remember exactly why I did it, probably because there was some skin included in that season that I really wanted, or something like that, doesn't matter. In any case, it was only $10, right? And I mean, $10 spent on a video game every 3 or so months. Come on, man. If you can complain about that, then I don't know who the hell you are. You gotta reevaluate your life situation, right? So I bought that season pass, and since then, I earned every successive season pass. I never had to buy it again, because in-game, when you reach max level, you kind of unlock these extra challenges, and if you complete those challenges as well, then the reward that you will receive is a free season pass for the following season. And I've been doing that ever since, and it's not difficult or anything, it's fairly straightforward and simple. I mean, I'm definitely no expert at Battle Royale games, and if I can do it, then surely you can, right? So, all of that in mind, the overall feel of the game to me is just perfect for my needs, and I think you should definitely check it out. If it's not because it's free, then maybe because it has a pace for everybody, maybe because the gunplay feels really nice, maybe because the next point, and this is going to cater to a lot of Warframe players who are in love with the developers of Warframe, Digital Extremes, right? Aurora, they are basically the Battle Royale equivalent of Digital Extremes. They will make the game, maybe even more so than Digital Extremes, they make this game for us. you can really sense and feel that Aurora is developing this game to serve our needs as players and not their personal profit and greedy demeanor, right? They are really on top of these things. They really look out for what is it we're looking for. They listen to our feedback. They have a Discord server that I am also in, by the way, and if you want to hit me up for whatever reason, then go right ahead. They take a lot of feedback. If the players find something that they absolutely hate, which was the case once upon a time in, I don't know, season 3 or 4, where they got like this pirate kind of theme going on, and you had dropships again, where the players would drop from an airplane, basically. It was a hot air balloon at that update, but whatever, it doesn't matter. And players flipped. They fucking hated it. And within a few days, it was removed, and they actually changed the entire event mildly just so that they could get rid of the damn drop-in thing. So they're really on top of things when it comes to player service, essentially, right? They're really right there with us. They take care and clean up cheaters very quickly. The reporting system for cheaters in-game is super easy and very quick. I've actually witnessed them instantly ban someone for wall hacking. They like to collect reports and check up on these reports to see if they actually do have a cheater or not. And if they determine that they found a cheater, they kind of like collect them in bundles and ban the accounts forever in bundles, in big batches. And last year at some point, they banned the largest number of players that any game has ever banned, ever, according to them, in any game, right, for cheating. Which is pretty cool, you know? So they really care. It seems as if they care. And that's really good, and I feel that that's kind of rare nowadays. I mean, EA, hello, and all these other assholes. Come on now, right? So, good job, Aurora. Also, it's not just that the game is free and that the developers are really trying to cater to the players and do something nice for us. This game is just too good to be free. Straight up. The graphics are stupid, insane. This game can look so beautiful. I'll show you some clips probably right now of what the game looks like at the highest settings, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice. I catch myself often hanging out in game with my friend Paperflesh and we just chill by the cherry blossoms and just kind of like, this is nice, you know? And don't even think about fighting and killing off other players. It's really nice, right? Of course, my settings, which is probably going to be the majority of the footage you're going to see throughout the course of this video and potential future videos, is going to be with lower settings because I want to sacrifice some of the graphic settings in favor of higher FPS. And as it is right now for me, I have a consistent 150-ish FPS, which works well for me, and the game doesn't look atrocious to me. It looks acceptable. I could make it much nicer though. Just keep that in mind. But not only that, see, Aurora also packs this game with things that are just cool. The latest update that they did, they introduced the tactical gear, I guess, it called the tactical update, where you have like this portable and deployable mechanical shield that you can drop in front of you and hide behind and take cover behind. You can shoot a syringe into your teammates that'll revive them from a distance, for example. You can drop a decoy and stuff that if an enemy player shoots at your decoy, they'll be located, so you'll know where they are, where the shot came from, and it'll localize exactly where that enemy is. All these kinds of cool gadgets for tactical use. It's really cool. An update before that, they introduced battle cars, essentially, where you were able to modify a regular car that you could find anywhere in the game, right? Different kinds of cars, which would have different kinds of perks to them, like for example a big fucking 50 cal mounted on the roof, or boosted speed, or whatever. All of these things that you could use that unfortunately wasn't as relevant in the game because it's not a racing game and these cars are fine and dandy, but there really isn't much use to them, so to speak. Still really cool though, and situational, but it's good that they're there, right? All of these things, they're really pumping in stuff, they're really pushing the boundaries of the battle royale genre, and I think that they are pioneering a new horizon, essentially, right, when it comes to battle royale games, because every battle royale game right now is pretty much copy-paste. It's the same-ish formula with a couple of tweaks, and Aurora seems to be going in the opposite direction on purpose, very much like Digital Extremes. Digital Extremes, who developed Warframe, are trying really hard to make a game that is different from anything else out there. Well, Aurora seems to be doing the same thing, which is why I bring up them as a development team and as a studio, because I'm pretty sure that that kind of behavior, that kind of relationship between the developers of the game and the player base will be very familiar to a lot of Warframe players out there if you haven't heard of Ring of Elysium ever before. On that note, speaking of community and whatnot, I've never had much issues in the Warframe community with, toxic asshole douchebags. It seems similar in Ring of Elysium. Just the other day I was playing a game and came across two randoms that were super friendly and we played a couple games together and shit like that. So it doesn't seem like it's a bunch of Call of Duty 12-year-olds that go It has happened, but it's been rare, like maybe twice or so. Yeah, about twice maybe in a full year of playing pretty much every goddamn day. So that's also something to look forward to if you want to. Another thing that I really like about Ring of Elysium, and this is the last point that I'm going to make because everything else from this point on is definitely worth putting in a separate video. Ring of Elysium is, to my knowledge, one of the only games, if not the only Battle Royale game that has a proper training mode in it. Sure, Apex Legends has a bit of a tutorial that'll show you how everything works, which buttons to press, but you don't really have much of a chance to figure out how the recoil works, or figure out which weapons are good and which weapons are bad, how they perform when you use different scopes and whatnot. Not really. I know that PUBG Lite has the same thing, and I've never played the original PUBG, so I don't know if that's included in the original as well. I'll assume that it probably is, but even that is different. It's against dummy enemies that just don't move, these, targets that are downrange and whatnot. Ring of Elysium spawns you into basically a simulated game. You have the entire map at your disposal, loot is all over the place just like in the regular game, and the only thing running around as enemies are bots. And even that slight difference really does help you actually practice, because you can really practice your recoil, you can practice following an enemy with your 4x scope or your 2x scope or whatever sights and scopes you're using on whichever gun. You can really test, since you can't die, really test which weapons will insta-kill enemies or not. How many body shots do you need? Are there limb shots, which there are? Is it this? Is it that? You can really test, or just get to know the map better, or practice plays with teammates or whatever. So a very proper, decent training mode. And on that note, if there is a small chance, if by any chance, someone working at Aurora, someone of the developing team is watching this video, I'm just gonna throw this out there and probably make a separate video on this notion, but I'm just gonna throw it out there regardless. Zombie mode. That's right, I said it. I said it. Put zombie mode as an alternative option to training mode. Just for shits and giggles. Come on, guys, it can't be difficult. It can't be difficult. Make the bots look ugly, make them run faster and at you rather than just aimlessly all over the place. Boom, you got yourself a zombie mode. I want a zombie mode, goddammit. Shit, I'd even pay for it. Maybe, kinda. Well, that would be great. But yeah, on a final note, guys, what I'm trying to say is, if you're a Warframe player and you love Warframe because of the way the developers deal with the game and the player base, then maybe Ring of Elysium will be right up your alley. Sure, I understand that Battle Royale might be a game that you hate. I get that. I don't like them either. But there's just something about Ring of Elysium that really tickles me and it gives me a lot of fun. And like I said, it is 100% free, and it's a very tiny game too, so you can download it probably fairly quickly and not use up a lot of space. It's like 8 gig or something like that, I don't know. So it's very tiny. Give it a shot at the very least. What do you have to lose? Either you waste an hour of your time on a game that you don't like at all, or you discover a game that might be fun. And if you want to play with me, then go right ahead. My in-game name is the same as it is in Warframe, Cephalon_Jizo. I am on the Discord server of Ring of Elysium as well. If you want to hit me up over there, go right ahead. I don't care. And speaking of Discord server, join our goddamn Discord server if you want to, you peasants. The link is in the description, and a bunch of other shit is in the description as well, like my Instagram and my Twitter and my Twitch and all that other shit. And Patreon as well, because I do this shit for a living, so it would be kind of great if y'all would support me with $1 a month or more. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. I mostly just like low-key, I mostly just said that because my current patrons are pissed that I don't advertise Patreon enough. They're right, but still. Right. So guys, I feel very confident that I can make a bunch of guide tutorial videos and stuff like that on Ring of Elysium. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to do so, because I'm in the mood for it and I think I have decent knowledge of the game at this point, and I can do it in the same style that I do with Warframe. And y'all know that when it comes to my guides and my tutorials and my tips and tricks, I try to do something different than my peers do, because I've been watching some of the Ring of Elysium guides out there and I'm like, y'all saying a lot of words but not really saying shit. So I could really provide there. If you guys want me to go ahead and do that, add some Ring of Elysium tips and tricks and whatnot, let me know in the comments section. If you're a Ring of Elysium player and you've just discovered this channel because of this video, let me know your opinion in the comment section as well. Just talk to me. I want to know what you guys feel. So that's all that I have to say for this video. I'll catch you in Ring of Elysium, maybe, maybe not. Until then, stay healthy and safe, and peace the fuck out.